All right, so I am recording this to basically document the hardest lead climb indoor I have done to date. You'll see on the sign there it says 510, but I'll definitely talk on that in a second here. So this route, just a super, fun, very I don't know, none of the holds were really super positive. They were all pretty slopey. You'll see later in the video, big negative incline. I went out climbing with my brother, and one of my good buddies showed up, and we started doing some lead stuff. And so this was the last route of the night. Definitely not using that as an excuse because I still felt pretty fresh, but my gosh, walking up to this wall, I had no idea the punishment that I was about to endure. Yeah, nice shot, man. I don't think anything could have prepared me for what this wall had in store, for being soaking wet with sweat to almost puking at one point. You'll see why in a little bit here. But this was a super hard take, and one that I'm pretty grateful for. So with that said, the whole time I spent on this wall took about 30 minutes, and you'll see why here in a little bit. It took a rather unfortunate whip, spoiler alert, but was doing some decent clips. That one was all right. The footwork was, I thought, pretty decent. Looking back on it, reviewing the tape, I definitely learned a lot from this climb. Body positioning, center of mass, all that stuff. I could have done a lot better. And I was definitely climbing this wall pretty lazy, right? You see I'm taking a lot of breaks here, which is totally fine, just having fun, chilling. That's why we do this. So good clip right there. Coming up to this little triangle volume. This is a tough one, man. Not a positive hold. You see I switched to the other hold, which is a little bit better. And I'm like, no, I can't take right now, man. I'll give up here in a sec. Yep, there we go. Had my buddy take me, and then I'm going right back at it. Now, probably 5 minutes passed for each rest, right? Just to make sure I'm fresh. And I think I did this move here probably 3 different times. Just such a difficult overhung route. And then you got to clip these clips, which are in very odd positions. Like you see here, I bail on it again. I'm pretty sure I tried to get a better body position, but yeah, no, just was not happening. You see here, I'm just looking goofy. It happens sometimes, though. So, took another take, and this time I just said, you know what, screw it. We're going to send it as fast and as hard as I can, and I'm clipping this bolt no matter what, because, if I fall, who cares? It's in a gym, right? The walls are literally bolted, dude. We'll be good. And I guess I lied. That was not the take. This must have been the take here that I finally clipped this bolt. So, this section right here was definitely the crux for me for multiple reasons, and you are about to find out why this wall took me 30 minutes to climb. So here we go. You see where the clip is. Weird clip. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. Boom, whip. Not a big one. This is what kept me on the wall so long. I was stuck in this pendulum. I started swinging fast, and I was swinging for a long time, and at one point I got motion sick and I felt like puking. It was brutal. So here you see me just trying to swing my way back to the wall because I'm literally one clip away from the anchors, and I'm like, I'm not giving up on this. We're topping this out. So eventually we get down. I just start kind of jugging up back the rope, doing some climbing here, and my gosh, was I spent at this point, motion sick, just dizzy, crazy condition to be in on this climb. So I did use my anchor there just to make sure I don't do what just happened and fall into space again. But I take it here. I say, hey man, I'm gonna take a sec, wipe the sweat and tears from my brow. It's just yeah, this one was a different beast, and mind you, a 510. So just keep that in mind as we watch here. All right, so here we go. I do something goofy here. I don't know why I do this. I think it just felt right, and transparently, I was pretty beat at this time. So here we go. I'm gonna go up and take that next clip. I got my sights set on it. Find some good hand holds, some good feet holds, and then okay. Guess we're taking a seat, man. Chilling here. I even looked down at my belayer because I know I'm being a goofball right now. Why am I taking a seat here? What's your move to get back up, Grant? Nice job, dude. So you'll see me try to get some truck on the other hand. I don't have good enough hands to hold on. Mini whip, right? My belayer, he knows how I climb. He held me up. He knew I was going to fall there. But finally, get back up, clip those anchors, and celebrate victory. This was, without the shadow of a doubt, the hardest gym climb I've ever done, on lead or, top rope regardless. Insane. I was so happy to have clipped those top anchors and be sailing back down to the ground now. So yeah, super incredible. Now I'm going to play one more clip here because I want to show you something. This route that I'm climbing right now is also a 510. And me and my buddy did one more lead 510 before this. And me and him both flashed them, like, not easily, right? But like, well, we flashed them well. So I'm not saying that the setters graded anything wrong. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying that in the gym, and even, outdoors, don't like judge a route by its number because it can often be extremely deceiving. With a climb as easy and like as fun as this one to a climb as demanding and torturous as that last climb, it's a vastly different 510, right? So, and there are some people who, can climb some 510s, but not others, because maybe it's a 510 because, the holds are bad, but you have to get body positioning, or maybe the holds are really good, but, it's reliant more on your body strength. So it's all kind of different suited here. I tried to do a cool little crossover, but that didn't happen, so I fixed myself there. And as you see, like, just, not to sound cocky, but like definitely flying up this wall, right? Like, I'm not a great climber by any means at all, but the difference in those two 510s were insane. Now granted, there was a ton of inverted, that whole, feature I was on was a big inverted wall, so it definitely makes it like way harder. And neither of the two walls we climbed before were inverted. So is that something? Yeah, I bet you that's something, right? That definitely has something to do with it. It's the last climb of the night. Were we tired? Sure. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I felt super fresh. You'll see here, I'll get the clip on these anchors and then start wrapping it up. But yeah, I just wanted to document that and show you one of the best, most fun climbs I've done in the indoor gym. Super good time. Venture Rock Milwaukee has some awesome setters, and yeah, they did a great job. So coming back down to the ground here. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.